Okay, it's very cool to be here, and I want to say thank you to Selfridges for sort of shining a light on sustainability, because actually it's important that people with a big voice get behind it. I'm going to tell you a story about Hieatt Denim Co, but actually it's really a story about my town. And I live, just near there. It's Cardigan. It's 4,000 people. And it's closer to Ireland than to even Cardiff, and it's incredibly beautiful and stunning. But actually what's really stunning about it was it had Britain's biggest jeans factory. And then you go, I don't know, I don't even know why. But it made 35,000 pairs of jeans every week for 40 years. And then in 2001, the factory closed. And if we want to talk about sustainability, it fought the battle it couldn't win. And that was who could be the cheapest. And it wasn't us. And it's never going to be us. So we can give that one up. And this is the old factory. It was an absolute machine. The reason it was the last one standing is because it was the most efficient one standing. And in 2001, 400 world-class makers lost their jobs because it fought the battle they couldn't win. And so 400 world-class makers had nothing to make. And a town that was a maker town suddenly had nothing to make. And so if we can lose confidence as people, towns can lose confidence too. It was defined by what it did. That's what we do. And so suddenly in 2001, bam, the gates closed. So I run a previous company. I sold it to some people that I didn't want to work with anymore. And I'm going, all right, this has been recorded, right? So myself and Claire, we said, well, what are we going to do now? We live in a beautiful part of the world. What really bugged us was our town spent 40 years becoming world-class at something, and it had to give it up. And you go, well, what was the point of that 40 years then? What was the point in learning all that stuff if you have to unlearn it? There was no point. There was no point to it. And so I'm going, well, actually, we're going to start another company then, and the mission was very, very simple, is get 400 people their jobs back. And actually, your dreams should scare you. They should wake you up at 4 a.m. and go, holy fuck, I don't actually know how to do this. I'm standing in front of some amazing people here, and I'm going, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get 400 people their jobs back, except I know this. I should try. And just because it's hard doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. And so your mother has sensible dreams for you. Dave, go and be a carpenter. Dave, go and work in the tax office. I did that, and it was shit. Claudio has cut jeans for 40 years. He started at 14. And he said to me, do you know the most worrying thing for me, Dave, was I wouldn't have anybody to hand it down to. My skills. I wouldn't have anybody to hand it down to. And I'm going like, wow, there's a dagger through your heart. I'm going, I've got to make this work. This is a film. In 6 seconds, it will start. the factory don't like that because it doesn't say made in Wales. But the interesting thing is, like, when you spent all the marketing budget on the coffee machine, is you've got to suddenly go, how am I going to get the world to know that we exist? And so, like, talks like this is really important. But the thing that kind of gets me really, like, solid and grounded is actually the purpose makes you strong. And actually the brands that I love, and if you think about Apple when they fought on behalf of all of us for actually to make computers simple, it was fighting complexity. And we loved it that they won because we could get a computer out of the box and it bloody worked. And we love Patagonia because actually they're fighting on behalf of the environment and we really want them to win. And for me, I'm fighting on behalf of a town that used to make, that wants to make again. And so I don't mind. I'm really shy. I don't get up and do talks. And I'm standing here going, oh my God, I'm doing a talk. Am I doing a talk? I'm dreaming doing a talk. I'm doing a talk. But purpose makes you tough. And so the kid in the schoolyard that you shouldn't fight is the one you've insulted his mother. Because he's absolutely knows why he's going to kick your ass. Because he's fighting for something much bigger than himself. He's fighting for his nobility of his mother. People who know why they're fighting, fight hard. And that's what governs me. I'm going to get 400 people's jobs back. And I don't mind, if I only get 200 jobs back. But the thing is to be open to failure. And you go, I might fail, but I'm trying. And when you're not frightened by failure, actually you're pretty strong. But if purpose makes you strong, actually ideas make you grow. I've been in an environment where ideas matter most. I love ideas. Because they don't need a ton of money. They just need you to be brave. And I love that about ideas. And they don't care who you are. They don't care who your parents are. They don't care what school you went to. Ideas come to you in the shower, in the bath, like in the car, in the tube, on your bike. I love ideas. Ideas absolutely change things. Have great ideas. Want a lot less stress in your life? Have great ideas. And for us, ideas are going to get 400 people jobs back. It's great that we got a nice sentiment. Guess what? Sentiment doesn't build business. Ideas does. And the more you operate in the future, the less competition you will have. The interesting thing about jeans is for 140 years, they haven't actually changed very much. Fair play to Levi's, they absolutely nailed it. Same number of legs. There's been a few washes between the last 140 years. Nothing much has changed, really. They absolutely nailed it. But I was kind of wondering, I was looking at these jeans when I was in San Francisco, and I was looking at these 140-year-old pair of jeans, and I wonder, did they strike gold? Did they fall in love? What was the hardest day? What was their best day? Did actually they sing when they were working? But these jeans were born in an age before the internet. And so, actually, the stories died with the people. And I always thought that was a bit sad. Because actually, the things have a narrative. Our possessions have a narrative, whether we like it or not. So I thought, well, I'll just do this. I'll put a little number on each pair of jeans, and I'll call it a history tag, and people go to think, oh, that's a really clever idea. But with this thing, and with this app, suddenly through Instagram and Twitter, you can just bookmark where you go and what you do with them. So actually one day when they go in a second-hand store, their stories will go with them too. The internet is brilliant at telling stories. And we were the first company, first jeans company in the world to go, actually the internet exists. You go, really? Yeah, it's a really good idea. So the other thing is, actually we can't wash jeans. And 99% of the market for jeans is for washed jeans. And I want to get 400 people their jobs back, and I'm operating in 1% of the market. You go, wow, that's a challenge. Let's make it even harder, shall we? So actually, what we did was we sell raw denim. We work with the best mills in the world. And we have 200 years worth of knowledge of making jeans. Our jeans are absolutely one of the best jeans out there. But we can't wash the buggers. And so what I said to our customers, because our customers love a challenge, right? Everybody loves a challenge. So you go, well, don't wash them for 6 months. And there's two things to that. Is actually, they're more beautiful if you don't wash them. If you can put every crease and every little twist in them, when you go to wash them in 6 months' time, they're your jean. They look absolutely beautiful. And there's no factory in the world that can do that. They try, and they fail miserably every time. Only you can make your jean. And actually, so the other thing is actually the greenest jean on the planet is the one that you don't wash. It just is. 80% of the impact of a pair of jeans is by you washing it and ironing it. 20% of the impact is by me making it. So you figure out where the biggest change can happen. And the brilliant thing about clubs is we love to join really difficult clubs. And so if you think about the marathon, actually the marathon's pretty amazing because it's 26 miles of pain. But then there's some nutters out there who go, that's not enough pain, Dave. I need more pain. 2 minutes. And I go, okay, more pain, Iron Man. And so that's the club, right? You have to join a difficult club. So I set a challenge for 6 months, and then they go, hey, let's do 2 years, man, more pain. And now we've had people doing 4 years. We do free repairs for life, because actually, if you make something, stand by it. There's a point in a pair of jeans' life where it becomes beautiful. It becomes your favorite. And you go, actually, what we're trying to do is go and carry on being your favorite by actually repairing it. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. And we do free repairs for life. Paul's a surfer, and with a caveat, we do free repairs for life apart from when the surf's good. And he sent me this text, and he said, Dave, I'm not in tomorrow. I'm going, oh, okay, man. I'll tell the customers. Internet or radio, this thing's pretty cool because it can tell, through Twitter, you can decide the music in the factory. Because I believe it's actually great music, and if you're going to make great jeans, you need to have great music. The Grandmasters absolutely hate this thing because it's not ABBA. They love ABBA, whereas my customers, the Arctic Monkeys who we make jeans for, so it's kind of really interesting. But we love the internet. I don't really understand all this stuff, but it's clever. The other thing is, this is our river. And actually, the old factory used to turn the river blue. And you go, that's not very good. I mean, the pink salmon come up there, want to stay pink. So you go, well, actually, if you think about it, Twitter happened because they had a restriction, a beautiful, beautiful, fantastic restriction, in as much as it was designed for a text service. And what was the most characters a text could carry? 140 characters. So I can't actually make jeans and wash them. I don't have a wash facility. And I don't want to turn this river blue. And so actually your restrictions that you think are barriers are actually the gates that open for you. And so, these are one-dip denim. You go, there's factories out there, and I've been to them, is they spend more time trying to make your jeans look old than they did making them look brand new. I swear. And you go there and you go, this is the dumbest thing ever. They're really good at it. But actually, one-dip denim is mostly 10 dips, right? So, but if you only do one dip, they look like they've been washed and worn. And I'm going, that's great. So I'm using less dye, and they look washed. And so, but that the restriction of actually not being able to do the things that everybody else can makes you. It doesn't stop you. So that's me. I've got to get 384 jobs back. Right now, I got 16. I'm with Bill Gates when he says people overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but underestimate what they can do in 10. Work to do.